What's up, guys? So right now I'm going to talk about the new movie Chappie that stars Sigourney Weaver and Hugh Jackman. Hits theaters Friday, March 6th. This isn't so much a review on it as much as it's just talking about how the movie goes into questioning humanity and consciousness and how it actually concludes it. I'm not going to spoil anything, I promise, and that's what I'm talking about. So the movie starts out with Chappie being created, and he gets consciousness implanted into his, it turns into a computer program, and he gets implanted into his system, and he goes up beyond being just a simple yes-no, basically intelligent being. He's now sentient and knows he thinks he's alive, and thinks he's getting these experiences and learning, and he's growing up. And Charlotte Copley did the motion capture for Chappie, and it was absolutely brilliant, great job, because it started out as watching him as this animalistic, infant, toddler, primitive type being that would like go like this and freak out because it touched you, and it was just so much fun to watch, and it felt so real, even though you're just watching this sci-fi robot, fictional work of art, but it just felt real. It was brilliant. But what I really want to get into is how it dove into the question of humanity and consciousness, and what it is, and can we capture it, and what does it mean. Like movies like Prometheus and Lucy, they started to address this question, this existential question of existence and humanity. Where do we come from? What are we doing? And they don't provide an answer, which for me, it drives me nuts. I don't know about you. I know those movies have their fans, but for me, it just drives me nuts. So Chappie, on the other hand, gets into this question of what is humanity, and Hugh Jackman plays the bad guy in this movie, which is a lot of fun to see, because how often do you see Hugh Jackman get to be a real a-hole? Not very often. He's got this this mullet, these short khaki shorts, high socks, shirt tucked in, and in his words, he had a lot of fun playing it, and he said that it was this guy who thought he was really cool and thought everyone liked him, but really nobody does. So they nailed that, and it was fun to watch that. But he is the one who is against the robots and against sentient beings. But he is in fact the one with the least amount of humanity in his system. Yes, he is a human being. He's made of flesh and bone and tissue and muscles and organs, but that doesn't mean that he is human. He doesn't have any remorse for any of his actions. He's power hungry, and he just wants to be famous, basically. And on the other hand, you have Chappie, who's a robot, but is self-aware and just wants to live and learn to read and play and paint and think thoughts that haven't been thought up. That one I took from Neil Blomkamp himself. He's human. He's not physically human, but intellectually he's more human than Hugh Jackman's character Vincent Moore, which I love how they got inside. And at the end of the movie, I'm not going to spoil it for you, they address this question of consciousness, and if you can create it, and if you do create it, or whether it's not created, it's already there. Can you move it? Can you transfer it? I'm not going to spoil anything, and while Neil Blomkamp said it's not what he believes himself, they did provide an answer. A fictional answer, maybe. Yes, it's a movie, but we don't know the answer. But they were brave enough to give us one for the movie, which I really appreciated. I think Chappie was great. I'll have a full review at Comicbook.com, but go check it out in theaters, March 6th, Chappie, starring Hugh Jackman, Sigourney Weaver. In the meantime, subscribe to our channel, more news, interviews, and clips, and follow us on Twitter at Comicbook.com for all your news and to stay up to date.